Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Apostle Nigel. I hope you had a wonderful day today. I hope you had a wonderful Sunday today. Today, I want to speak about two stories today. I want to talk about the hedge of protection. The Bible says in Job chapter 1, I think in verse 10, he- Job, there was a hedge of protection around Job, around his household, around his cattle, around his business, and the works of his hands were blessed, right? So today I want to talk about how do you get the hedge of protection around your life. But before I go to that, there's a story that I found so ironic, at our workplaces, for those people that are working and for those people that have bosses, right? You will see that a person is so afraid of the boss. They respect the boss. They will make sure that they'll do something to get the favor of the boss. They will try to make coffee for the boss. They can make tea for the boss. They can do everything for the boss. But to God, they don't do like that. But the funny thing is, God is the boss of everything. Just imagine a person who gives you breath, free air to breathe. That is your boss. But when it comes to things of God, we compromise. But when it comes to the bosses of the world, your employer, you will run. You will sweep. You say, good morning, say, can I do this for you? Can I make coffee for you? But the boss who created you and I, you don't do that. But it's the one who supplies you on a daily basis breath to live. That is an error. So going back to the story of Job, the devil was not able to penetrate the hedge of protection that was upon Job before you went to God, before they had the discussion. Why? Because God had put a spiritual hedge, a line of defense around these things. So today I want us to talk about this hedge of protection. It's very important that people have this hedge of protection, be it in your business, be it in your relationship, be it on your kids, your families, everything. We need this protection from God. I remember the story of the Israelites. There was a place they were staying in Egypt. The place was called Goshen. Remember when Moses was associated with the plagues that affected the Egyptians, the Israelites, they were staying in a certain place that was called Goshen. Those plagues were not affecting the Israelites. It was like a Goshen, it was like a protection that God put in that city. So which means this thing is still possible even now. God is able to put what is called a spiritual Goshen around your properties, around your family, around your business, around everything that is associated with you. So this is the most powerful prayer that a person or a believer must do, to ask God with this divine power, within omnipotence, to please establish a spiritual Goshen. So whatever is happening in the world, the country can go through crisis, but you, your life, and your family can be secured. So that is a spiritual Goshen. Shalom.